Yep.
Yeah. Are we live now?
Now we are live. Now we
Yeah.
should be live. Yes.
Yeah, because I had the notification that it is live.
Oh, good to see you, my friend. You're
It's good to
working
see you as well.
harder than anyone else in arm wrestling world, in my opinion.
What's that?
I think you're the hardest worker in arm wrestling world right now. You make the matches, you promote the hell out of them, you talk with all the athletes, you share the information. I don't know where you have time for all that. And also, today you made a post. You don't want to just be known as Engin the promoter. You also want to be. You still want to be Engin the arm wrestler. So we're going to talk about that. I want to thank everyone for joining. If you're watching this right now, you have questions. I will not stop the conversation for the questions. We answered all the questions at the end. So Engin, right from the start. So how long have you been arm wrestling?
From the first time I competed till today, it has been 30 years. But from the time that I started, it's probably 32 years.
32 years. That's exactly how long I am alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were born in what, 1990?
1990, yeah.
Yeah, that's the time I started. Yes.
That's amazing. But how did you get into arm wrestling? What was the first driving factors? You started arm wrestling in Turkey, then you moved in USA for a little bit.
I was very skinny guy. I was very I wasn't weak, but because I was so skinny, I was playing football and I didn't care about so much. But once I started to grow up, I wanted to be a football player. But then I injured my left knee. And then, we had a flower shop, we had a greenhouse in the summertime. I was opening a galleria with flowers by the seaside where I live. And so I and friends, we were just selling flowers, but very nice inside flowers. And we were arm wrestling. They were beating me all the time. One day, one of the guys came and he saw that somebody was beating me in arm wrestling, and he said, "Let me try." And he beat him in a way that we don't see, between public, you understand, especially at those times. And I was like, "Who are you? Who are you?" I just left the Galleria. I left everything there. I started walking with him, and then teach me, And then he was 1988 regional champion. But because I saw first time in arm wrestler, it was for me he was like a legend. And he gave me arm wrestling table. He teach me a few things, which I think that would be very amateur from if I compare with what I know. But at that time, so I started to train. At that time, I was about 16. My sister, my mother, they were beating me in arm wrestling. But I had a personality that, very stubborn, very fighter spirit, never give up. I was just kind of crazy. And so that's how it started. And after about near 2 years or 1.5 year, 2 years, I competed first time Turkish national championships. I took second place there. And I think I was lucky because it was single elimination. The guy who beat me in the final was world fifth place guy. His name is Osman Memik. He beat me easily. But because it was single elimination, there was a possibility that maybe he eliminated some of the guys that could beat me on his way, which I don't know. But I took second place and I still keep the medal. And after I come back, I tear all those pictures that when I was winning, I only saved those two pictures. I still have it. And I wrote that, Osman, even you can't escape from the hands of determination. And I still have it. And then I can show you the pictures now. Even now, I can show you. But and then I signed. I said 1994 world champion Engin. It was 1992 and world fifth place. Killed me like nothing. And then I signed I'm gonna become world champion 2 years later. And then I really became world champion 2 years later in Sweden. My team didn't go. I didn't know any English. I went all by myself, alone. A name in Sweden, Södertälje or somewhere. And then it was not easy, but I won the first world. So that's how the story started. Sigita, can you bring me the pictures that I lost to Osman, if you can find it, in 1992 final? I want to show the picture live to. I think that on the green big where we have the pictures. Yeah.
That is I think so. I will ask you, what do you think is the best motivator, the winning or losing?
Does it have to be one of them?
Well, it can change, but like clearly the
Yeah,
losing
can you take a
factor
look?
made you more determined here.
Yeah,
But
I think that has changed. Everything that motivates me has changed
of
from the
course,
beginning till now. This is that guy is just flashing me. Yeah, he just beat me so terribly. Yeah,
and
this picture
you
is
keep this as a reminder that never again, yeah, never again.
no, not like that. But 30 years. I'm proud of these things,
I know.
because I mean, I always had like I wanted to do something that, like, okay, what's the motivation for me is doing something more than what I did till now, something different. That is why I won the world title in 55, and then I did 60, and then the 65 kilo I won, 70 I won, 75 I won. If I didn't have such big injuries, I wanted to win also 80 and 85 kg categories. And so it was gonna be like 7 out of 11 categories. But injuries, everything limited me, and I'm not that really big guy. But if I come back again to WAF to win, I plan to do that if I do it when I'm 50, because I won worlds when I was 19. And then I won in 20s when I was in 20s. I won when I was in 30s, and I won when I was in 40s. So if I win, I'm not talking about the Masters. Masters, I don't
Yeah, I
disrespect
know.
anyone, but
I
I
know.
don't count it like really world title. It's world title, but world title for old men. You understand? It's not like really like you can't say I'm the best. No, nobody can beat me in my category. It's not. And so I don't disrespect anyone. I also have master's titles, but I don't count them together with my senior titles. Like, for example, you can tell me the who is the, like, just say who is the like world boxing champion right now. But like, do you know who is the like masters boxing champion right now? I mean, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. So basically, if I come back, I want to do something to come back at 50, and then try maybe 80 kg, and then it will be like 6 different category, and then in the another decade, because also I won wars in 90s and 2000s and 2010s. The last one was 2018. So if I somehow, I don't think that I can win, but even if I somehow win a medal when I am 50 and in 6 different category, it's still something that, like, to be
Yeah,
proud. I'm
and
not saying I can do
motivate.
it, but that motivates me.
Yeah,
To do something that I have done before doesn't motivate me.
exactly. The challenges. Yeah, you're all
Yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah,
challenge. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
That was the reason that I wanted to pull Ryan Bowen, because it was like my like all life dream to beat him, and he was just
hell, he's the goat. There's John, and then somewhere up there's Ryan, according to
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to. I do you have any idea why I wanted to pull him?
No.
I mean, okay, better not say.
Hey, hey, come on. Let's burn this
No.
to the ground. Let's
Yeah,
burn this to the
I
ground.
thought it would be good for pay-per-view.
It would be good for pay-per-view. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah,
is.
that was the reason. But
Yeah,
if I wanted to do something, like I would want to pull, if I am in a great shape, to pull Zola, to pull Bojidar, to pull, like, just get bigger, I don't want to mention, but it looks impossible, just I just can't get any bigger, but it's for no disrespect, Ryan is like a good puller, but it has never been any like part of my dream that would motivate me to go to gym and then like I need to beat him. I need to beat him, But I don't know disrespect. I just wouldn't motivate me
Well,
to
that's
pull him.
what motivates me now. So
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I'm sure that he would have enough motivation to pull against me. But like for me, it was not big motivation to get ready for him. I would only just like only motivation would be like to not to lose against him.
Yeah, because there's when you're fighting someone with big status, and with all respect to Ryan, no major tournament wins, no world championships, you know what you're fighting for. It would be Zaluyev. Know exactly who you are against, and taking that name and putting you to your victories.
Do you think it would be a good match? Like if I am really ready, like very like in good shape, like great shape in under 90 kilo, I am Zola would be a good match. You think? Like would be like big enough?
I think so. Where it would come down to would be endurance in that match,
No,
because
I'm not talking about the result. I'm not
Oh
talking
yeah,
about the
okay,
result.
okay. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will tune in to watch, because two opposite styles, and I don't see him top rolling you, and I would love to see if he can hook you, which I would think would be very hard.
I think he would beat me with
Straight
straight
waist. Yeah.
side pressure. Yeah, that's the, I don't think he can take the risk. I'm not sure in a fresh match he can hook me either, but
Yeah, I don't think so
he
too.
can very well keep it straight and then
Yeah.
beat the side way. Yeah, this is probably the way that he would beat me. This is what I believe. I think that if I would train for it, that is what I should train against.
Hey, you and Sweaten, you need to do it. I think you and Sweaten at about 85, 80, if you can carry.
85 kilo, I can go more than that. I'm just that this fat doesn't go away, just like more I get older, metabolism is slower.
Because
And during the
I
pandemic,
see value in that match. Two
yeah,
legends,
yeah.
you know what I mean,
And like I would pull him because he is like active like I am, not someone that he just took second place in the world after Bojidar. I mean, that is incredible. That is one of the like greatest ever for sure.
Oh yeah.
It would be, yeah. Zlatan is like a good name. Zolev is a good name. Bojidar is a good name. Bojidar, I would want to pull because, I mean, the way that, I mean, there is like almost nobody that he can hook around his weight. He
Yes.
hooks them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially in the strap,
Scrap.
that's not possible to take. Yeah. If I would pull, and then I am known with my pronator, and he is known is with supinator. So I mean, it's just like the perfect, like the supinator versus pronator.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of different. Arm wrestling world is so big, and you can make good matches which are interesting, and for can, because sometimes it's not, if you go to worlds, you want to win the title or you want to get the medal, but when you figure out the super match, you're like, there's a challenge to it. When there's no challenge, it gets boring. You know what I mean. And
I
that's
mean,
for
for
you.
me, it's harder to win tournaments because, like, young people, like, if I have one tough match with someone, it is hard for me to just pull against the fresh guys over and over. But if I start with someone, if we get tired together at the same time, then maybe I can survive. But it is so hard to just. I remember in 2017, I beat Daniel, and I took ninth. I sent him to the B side, and then he took first. He came all the way from the B side and beat everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He has crazy endurance there. He can
yes.
fight in those positions. Yeah. I love, for me, I love everything about arm wrestling. The way we're kind of set up right now. I don't like when things are getting taken away. So I I understand the pitfalls of tournaments. When you go in a tournament, you can have a bad draw, or you can have war on the first round, and you're screwed for the rest of it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's sad, it hurts, but that's the part of the sport. You go
yeah,
to tournament, you want to win
yeah.
fast, efficiently, quick. That's
Yes, 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 yes,
and
yes.
and the same thing I love about super matches. How about I'll make you really, really tired, and let's see if you
Yeah,
can win me the later round. I
yeah,
think that's and there's different people. Like, I think Devon is one of those guys that shines amazingly in super matches. Tournaments. Even though he
Different
can do
task. I
good,
think
but
super match would 100% determine the better one or two. That is the best way. But to win in a tournament when there are like Russians, Kazakhs, Georgians, Bulgarians, Turks, and Latvia, and this and that, you just go there.
yeah,
It's just Lions Den, you call, and
yes,
then
yeah,
to get out with a gold medal is just different things. That is another thing to
exactly,
be. Yeah, so not many can do it,
yeah,
and that is why when people are just talking about like being God, greatest of all times, my opinion about the John, that he has been the greatest in both eras, just like there was no super match in the past, but there was arm wrestling.
yeah.
And even there was super match, there was still tournaments like WAF, Zloty, and others, and this is like that he was successful in with both paths.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at the tournament, especially like the Worlds or Zloty. It's like you're a lion in a field of lions,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
someone's gonna get eaten, and someone's gonna get fed, and that's it. And but
yeah.
super matches is different, and people don't understand the difference. They think like, okay, I beat this guy in a super match, and he's like winning a world champion in a super match is not the same
Mhm.
as winning multiple world champions in a tournament. But there's pride and both of them are awesome. I think
Yeah, yeah, but also having a super match of 6 matches is something, and then beating someone like first 2 times is something as well. Nobody can say that beating someone in 6 rounds is more important than beating someone in the first 2 matches. It depends. You cannot judge first 2 matches. You cannot give importance to first 2 rounds if the super match is for 6 rounds or the best of five. You need to
yes,
win 3 times to be successful.
yeah,
But there can very well be a best of three super match to
yeah,
see, that
just do.
nobody can say that this is less important than. So if it is 6 rounds, why not 10? Why not 15? Why not one? Why not three? You know what I mean? Is it just like all up to the what you agree?
Yeah,
So yeah,
agree.
so
Yeah,
nobody can say that. Like if it was a tournament, just look at Dave versus Gennady. First 2 rounds, it was just like dominance.
yeah,
But the event was agreed to be best of five, so he had to win 3 times. But imagine if it was a tournament, somehow there was no other guy that could ruin their day, and then they just were pretty fresh. And then those 2 matches, we would just say that they went to the tournament and just he dominated everyone, including Gennady. He was just way, way, way too much. But when you add just one more round, two more rounds, three more rounds, everything is changing.
yeah. I don't know where we can define. I would think the guy that comes out like from losing then to winning is a little more complete arm wrestler than the other one, because he I'm known for that. I have some of those matches where I was way behind and then kind of came on top. Still was thinking through the match about winning the last round, not winning the first two or first three. It's a weird one. Sometimes there's a power, but someone will get exhausted. I think that all those things are awesome in arm wrestling, and there's right now we have place for all of them. You can
Yeah.
go and have your super matches, and I think we need more tournaments. We need high profile tournaments like we had Zloty, like we had Moldova, because that's
Do
where
you
you
do you
can
think
bring
that
all
do
the
you
best
think that
together.
do you think that I should do something like that in one of the East versus West, and just like Travis's idea? Remember Travis's idea?
But maybe not
Like,
Travis's idea, but absolutely you should. Absolutely you should.
but how should I do if it's not Travis's idea?
Uh,
Like different categories, different weight categories with
different weight categories. Put them some money prize. We can, or and do a live
maybe
stream.
I should just put the money prize and like don't invite anyone like
Oh, exactly.
then ask people who want to come and then just limit with the 8 guys and then they come their own, but I make the price really high so that anyone who believes in himself would come such an event. So I can do a few weight classes, like just say up to 80 kilo, up to 100 kilo, and then over or something like that, or 4 weight classes.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
16. 16 would be more interesting than 8. 8 kind of goes really fast. If 8, then maybe best of you have to win 2 times. Like you had one tournament like that before. Was
Yeah,
also,
but every round will be best of 3. Yeah.
yeah. Then if 8, if 16, then double elimination, and it will
Double
be fun.
elimination. Yeah.
Because and then people would
Or
kind
maybe
of
I shouldn't say any number. I shouldn't say any number. Anyone who trusts themselves can come. But how long would it take? Yeah, that also. But it's single elimination. I mean, double elimination. It wouldn't take so long. I think one of the class would finish in 1 hour if it is like 16 guys or something. Or
yeah. But I think if it's good money, it's good opponents. A lot of people would come. A lot of people would come.
Yeah.
Remember Moldova? Moldova was crazy. They kind of announced it like 10 days or something before. No one kind of believed it, and everyone showed up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was awesome tournament.
Like, so quiet. I thought that like nobody was gonna come, and then people were sneaky, and they were just hoping that they would be the only ones to come, and just joking.
Yeah, but that's when there's a lot of money. You think you're like, well, the guy that can crack me, I hope he's not coming, but everyone else can come.
Yeah.
I think
we need tournaments, as you said, and people don't give enough respect to WAF. They don't know, and people
they don't know
who can influence the community are doing wrong by talking bad about WAF. If there was no WAF, then you wouldn't see 90% or 95% of the elite athletes that you see around right now.
Yeah, at least from
guys that you're talking about, Larratt, Levan, I don't know, like
the Georgians,
Rustam Babe, Prudnik, Hermes Gasparini, like I can say easily 90%. All those guys, they are great because they were out of that really tough competition. That that is just like a university, and then they graduate and come to the professional arm wrestling.
Yeah, it's people just don't know. They think it's tournament, and they don't understand the levels, and they will. For me, it's always funny when people kind of talk about it, because you go to WAF tournament, and if it's like full, Russia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, it's crazy. It's so hard. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and 2018, till 2018, including 2018, Zloty was even some categories was even worse. When I say worse, it's tougher. Like imagine that last time Red Sardekian pulled in the Europe. 2018, he took 7th place in his category. And imagine this guy is going to US and beating super heavyweights, while his last event, he took 7th in the 171 pound category, where Alijan Muradov won. And you know that, right? Alijan Muradov, I said with Oleg Zok.
In Zloty that was, but that year also he won in Turkey Worlds.
165,
yeah,
he won the WAF. Yeah, but whenever you go to the 171 Zloty, it is like mix of 80 kilo and 75 kilo WAF.
Yes.
Like this.
Yeah.
So then the things are kind of changing.
Yeah, it's for me, for us, it's easy to understand these things because we've been there, we've seen them. Like when someone asks me like how good this guy is, I'm like, he's like, when someone says I want to be world champ, I'm like, prove it. You have to go there and beat someone really important, then we'll see how good you are. WAF worlds, Europeans, when they are full strength Europeans, stuff as worlds, in my opinion. Sometimes because it's less people. And classes are even tougher. Maybe for not last 3 years for sure, but before that, I think we can agree it's just the stuff. And
if there is Kazakh, Georgia, Russia, Turkey, Bulgaria, Ukraine, yeah, then yeah, that's enough trouble, and then like anyone who claims to be the best in the world, I mean all those best guys, I can easily say um that is in WAF.
Yeah.
There is no guy outside of the WAF is better than any of those guys who are pulling the WAF. I'm talking about up to 90 kilo. Over
Yeah.
90 kilo, you can find some people, you can find like Akashins from there. Even Prudnik, when we talk about Prudnik, is also came from WAV, Ungarbayev came from here, Rustam Babayev came from here, Petrenko came from WAV, Margarit came from WAV, just like all of them, Oğuzhan, and then many others, just like all are they all graduated from the WAV University, the
If
truth.
if you're really good there, like I'm looking at this, like the young kid from Croatia, Rino. You have seen
Yeah.
Rino,
Yeah.
he's super impressive. He's on the same path that that Pushkar and Sasha was at that age, and he's like next year he's still up to 18 years old.
Yeah.
When you're that good, most likely you're gonna be super good wherever you go. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, these are the fruits of the inspiration of the top bullers that they are watching them and they want to be like them, and then that is how we see the new future stars are emerging.
Yeah, it's where everyone's like, oh, you guys just love WoW. Yeah, because it shows the best of the
How
best.
can you not love the WAF? And we are explaining why WAF is important, but
Yeah.
looks like they only want to hear and see what they want to hear and say. Oh, you love WAF. That's all you understand from like what we talk. Like do you understand what we are saying? Do you understand the details why we think the WAF is tough? Like how much WAF is important to bring the superstars to the professional arena? I mean, like you need to just open your mind, just stop. I know some of you are just listening all the time. Oh, WAF like this, WAF like that, but just that is not the truth.
Yeah.
Those usually coming from the people who has pulled WAF but never won at all,
Yeah, it's I think it's a great pathway for everyone. If you want to be good, or you're going to figure out how good you are. So that doesn't matter what your age is. You can find if you're over 40, there's a group for you. If you're under 18, under 21, there's a group for you. Male, female. You can find your way in this sport. And if you really want to be the best, then you go in senior classes and show if you're the best. I think.
But just imagine that. How could all these athletes would be like existing, if there was no WAF championships every year with 1,500 athletes, with the under 15 category, under 18 category, under 21 category. It's easy to organize something professional because you look at around, you see the superstars, hey, come here, and then how they are racing, how they are, like, do you think that they will just suddenly become a superstar? No. That is become a superstar because of competing these events. They are getting better and better. Just think like elementary school, middle school, high school, and then university. When you talk about under 15 years old category, under 18 years, these guys are competing. They are like big competition. There is no other way to better yourself than tough competition. That is the tough competition is just like you make your like iron sharper and then making it sword, that those competitions, because that is how they just go learn something new, go home and study and come back stronger. The Kazakhs do that, Georgia do that, Russia do that, Turks do, Bulgarian, Ukrainian, Latvian, American, whatever, they just go, they learn something, go and come back stronger. They do homework, and then next competition is even tougher and tougher and tougher and tougher. And just also remember that if there was no WAF, there would not be a doping tested event,
Yes.
The WAF is also giving an opportunity for the people who would like to stay natural. You can say that, oh, they do timing and this and that. It's just like so limited, even if anyone is doing that, so limited sources they have. While the other one is open buffet, I don't want to talk about these things, but WAF is probably the best thing in the sport, our sport.
Yeah, can't agree more with that. I think it's super important, super tough. It's you can figure out where you are on that world scale for sure, and there's opportunities for everyone. If you're a junior, you can start at juniors. You don't have to fight, straight away the best of the best. When you can show that you can fight best of the best, and then you go, and do it. It's yeah, because I'm always, when someone says like, oh, we have this kid and this kid is super awesome, he's like the strong, he will be the next John Brzenk, or everyone's on social media like yeah, like schoolboy will be the best or something. I'm like, schoolboy at least went to WAF Worlds, he won youth man, he's on that path to
category,
win.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's when someone makes these claims with knowledge of close to zero, it's always funny to me. Like they're like, well, he's like, so someone wins one tournament, and there's guy that won every tournament up like for 10 years. There's difference. It's hard to go in those conversations. It's
yeah.
Let's move on from that. Let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Engin, so we already talked. You still want to compete. You still want to be good, but I think you're doing one of the best things ever. It's promoting. You have this love and hate relationship with social media, but now it looks like you're on a truce, on a good part. So for you right now, coming back and doing it, kind of embracing and kind of winning, I think you're really winning at social media right now. How much does take that of your time, or you're just happy that you do something you love?
Okay, the thing is, I my intention is not anything like to have like, if anyone just goes and finds where I wrote or said even once that please like and subscribe my channel, I think that they never heard such thing from me. That has never been any of my intention to have a, like, I can easily stop doing everything and then just go and relax without social media and arm wrestling, anything. I'm in that mood. Like many times I'm asking myself, like, why are you doing this? Like that headache that, just like every time you just go there and just somebody just write something like really like, I mean, just to like make your nerves, just get on your nerves, like, do you need this again? I said, I don't need it. But then I realized that, after like hearing the same, because I'm that type of guy, just like 100 things, and then I see those two that negative things, and I'm like curious, like why is he doing this, and then I react even stronger, and then I get angry with myself that why are you doing this? Just ignore. Um, but I started to care more about the positive people, and then whenever I put them on the scale, you know, um, then I see that the positive ones are much heavier than the negative ones. Just the only problem is that the negative ones are just louder, that like yesterday I put a video that, we had a discussion with Joshua and Issa, that they said that, I didn't agree with them, but they said like Devon has zero chance. There is no proof that he is better than like 10 years ago. I disagree with them. I think that Devon right now is in his best ever shape. I have no doubt. I know that he knows arm wrestling. I know what to do. He didn't exactly know what he was going to face when he pulled Dennis, but he knows enough right now, and I know where he is going, and I know that he knows where he is going. So I think he is as prepared as possible, and I believe he's in incredible shape. I can tell you this much. Okay, I will just first say this, but people just goes and then just says very bad things about Joshua and Issa. They are like this. That. I mean, like, how is it that, like whenever you say that Devon is gonna win, it is not like, being a Levan hater, but whenever they think that Levan is gonna win, it is gonna like they are becoming Devon hater. So it is just like almost impossible. They are like they do lynch to anyone they don't like their opinion. That is just the fanatism. It just like makes me sick. But it's not everyone is like that. I see like most of the Devon fans are also like I mean, very normal people that, they also respect. They just think that, he's going to beat him. And that's very normal that them to say that he's going to win. And it's normal that other people are saying that Levan is going to win. So, I mean, I think that it should be that way. But once you just say anything that they don't agree, they don't like it, they go like, you are Devon hater, you are this, you do this because of that. And then they just start labeling. It just makes me like, and I just block those people because I don't need headache. I mean, I'm trying to do something good for arm wrestling. So I just deleted the video. I just deleted the post. Like, I will try not to get involved, about anything about Devon. I will share, but I see that these people just like, I mean, they don't respect, that people may have like think that, Levan is gonna win. But if you ask my opinion about that match, I can say that if we know what we know, like just think about it. The last match of Devon and last match of Levan. When I say last match of Devon, I'm not talking about John match because he wasn't well prepared. He had like boxing match and he had only like 5 weeks or something. But what would I consider his last match? He was well prepared, the Michael match. So if I go to Michael match and if I go to Levan's Dave Sheffield match, I can say that like clear favorites for Levan, maybe like 90 to 10% or 85 to 15%. But now we go back to 3 months ago, then this is what we know about them. Then if you ask me, Engin, what has changed in the last 3 months? And the things change in the favor of Levan or in the favor of Devon? I would just say that in the favor of Devon. It doesn't mean that Devon is favorites, but I can say that if it was like this, now it is like more like this. So what I'm just saying that I think Devon progressed more than Levan progressed in last 3 months. So that is what I want to say about that match. I still think that if Bill Collins doesn't keep the setup so long, I still think that Levan is the favorite, and I kind of think that Levan has more chance, but I kind of see Devon very, very dangerous right now. I mean, that guy doesn't look normal, his pictures, if they are not photoshopped or something,
I don't think they are. I think they're real. I think he's giant.
Yeah, but if the picture that he shared today, if it is not like warm, like blood pumping or something, but very cold, then it doesn't look, doesn't look normal. It looks very, very dangerous. Of course, the look alone is not everything, but when you know that what is behind that look, that arm, that all that experience, knowledge, and that intelligence, then that it makes that arm even more dangerous. So I kind of started to think that, it is going to be a lot harder than what I was thinking and what majority was thinking. So that match, I still think that there is a possibility that, Levan is going to flash pin him or something, but it may very well be, I will not be surprised if Devon wins that match.
So I want to ask your opinion. So even though Devon has gotten stronger, he has gotten bigger, we see like he's super dedicated for this match, 100%. But nothing in the past shows that he can hold the center line, the side pressure.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
You don't think so? He doesn't have to?
No, I mean, he doesn't have to. I mean, if you hold the center line with him, the match is over at that point, The match, if it stops him, the only way that Levan needs to really dominate him. That is all from the beginning we are saying. But the only thing is that even if he cannot hold him here, he needs to just like go slow to come. If it just right away comes there, and then even if it stops him, he can put shoulder and finish him. So him to tire him, I think that, he just because you cannot hold him at the center till here, it doesn't mean that you are zero from here to there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you are 100,
you're still gonna, if someone kind of stops you at some position, you're gonna lose the power.
Somebody can get dumbbell, it doesn't mean that, that dumbbell is just doesn't have any resistance, that you with your arm, But so it depends, how much. If you are I don't know. I don't know if maybe, but I'm saying that Devon needs to resist at the center. When I say resist, it doesn't mean that he has to stop him, but he
No.
needs to resist here. That
Yeah.
whenever it comes here,
Something.
finally it slows down and then stops. He shouldn't be from here to like walking in the park. And I think that I don't know. I don't know. And from other side, Levan needs to be very smart and not to like he can people say that like Devon said that Levan needs to try to get a grip. You can get a grip. You don't have to just like force. You can
Yeah.
get a grip. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that Devon is gonna say, put your elbow down, and then Levan is gonna say, then stop pulling me over the center. Just come to
Yeah.
the center, then I will hold you. But I don't need to bring you to the center with my own power because just because I mean I need to I need to get grip. It doesn't mean that I need to bring you center. You need to come to the center anyways. It's referee's job to bring the match to the center. And there, as long as they are in the center, I understand. And then the match should start like maximum 20 seconds to start. If it starts like argument, this and this and that, oh, you do that, you do
Then
this,
then
and then
referees grip.
everybody's
Then
gonna talk to
they just should do
you.
referees grip. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
no. But I'm just saying, I'm talking about the referee's grip. Even the referee's grip, that it took 5 minutes between Devon and John. It
John,
took
yeah.
5 minutes. So even if it is, I mean, like I think that if it's set grip, just close, come to the center, close the hands, ready, go. If anyone is doing something, then you need to warn or give foul or something. But there is no. I will tell you honestly, Bill is a great referee. But if that match after set grip takes longer than 30 seconds, it will be the failure of the ref.
Hmm. I
So I
think
don't believe it. If I'm not afraid of those the fanatics. You're just saying something about me, but I will just tell you the truth. If Devon beats Levan fair and square, I will be the first one to come and then make a video and say, hey, Devon, you're the man. You're the man. You did a great job. And for sure, you are one of the three greatest arm wrestler of all time in my book. This is what I will say. But if that setup is just like 5 minutes and this and that and this and that, and then the match even just like that, if that is the strategy to beat Levan to tire him before the goal, sorry, but I will not respect that.
Hmm.
I will
I
not
think
respect that.
I think
So I will not. It will not matter to me. To me, matter. For many people, they don't care. They whatever he wins. Just who cares? That's their opinion. I respect. That's my opinion. People respect or they don't respect. I don't really care, about it. I'm not going to change my opinions because people will attack me or just say something. I mean, I don't really care. If anyone wants to attack me when they see me face to face, they can try that way. From the behind the keyboard, it's just like chicken thing. Anyways, no, seriously.
I understand. Yeah, I'm with you.
Someday
I'm with
somebody
you.
will take the lottery, and then they will be very sorry about the lottery because I'm fed up till here. But I hope that person, I really hope that people will not be that person, because I'm really fed up. Everyone is just talking, going behind the keyboard like this, and they're writing whatever they want. Just come on, man, come on, just man up, and then don't write anything that you can say to somebody's face, in the face to face.
You, okay, two things. First, I think it's so weird that people are so excited for an arm wrestling match. So excited, so divided, so passionate. It's so weird. We kind of made it. I think arm wrestling kind of made it because people like right now it's 50-50 and it's hard on both sides. No chance will destroy. And it's so interesting. When people get really.
Yeah. This is it's Devon's success. It's
Oh yeah.
totally Devon's success.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He knows how to hype the event. He knows how to hype the event, and I think that he's promoting the arm wrestling, especially at least his own matches. He's promoting very high level. He's promoting his match like almost as good as McGregor is promoting his own match. Outside of the octagon. So I think Devon is great about that promotion. I don't think that like I think he's our best representative, even though I disagree about some of the things that he's doing, as I disagreed with McGregor as well, about
Yeah,
some of the things. I cannot compare exactly. McGregor
I
was a complete disrespectful person, and he even attacked to somebody's belief and nation and this. Devon didn't go that far, but I'm just saying, I think that Devon is our McGregor,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for
And
sure. Like,
also Devon is also for sure, like I'm not gonna hold it that as well, but he's also a really great puller, he's very good arm wrestler. Just only one thing that I disagree with him, that his strategy starts before the goal. You understand?
yeah,
I think that what's missing with him is the explosiveness, and that is his explosiveness cannot match, and then that's why he wants to bring the match right away to the endurance game, because he can't really match that explosiveness.
yeah. But imagine if he would go just straight. Like Devon has some of the best matches in history, some of the most entertaining matches we have ever seen in arm wrestling. Great
Yeah,
combat, great technical things. If he wouldn't do those things and he just goes, like classic, I would say European style arm wrestling, we would not see those matches. But I think Devon is like war on table, everything.
I don't think that he is doing that so we can see matches, but I think he's doing that
Oh,
to win the matches.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if he wouldn't do that, I think
No,
he
but
would lose some of those matches.
what I'm just saying that he's doing that to gain advantage of it. He can still stop someone, and during the match he can still do that. His show, like okay, I beat me. He can still hold them, but he is bringing the guy to that helpless point long before the match starts already. A little bit, and then he finally makes him totally helpless. But what I'm just saying, he can still do the show during the match, like once he stops the guy. But all I disagree is just him to stop the guy after him trying to tire him at the setup. This is my opinion. But I'm telling you, I'm saying like 100 positive things about him. But if I disagree one or two things,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
people are
People will
like,
talk about
"Oh,
that.
you are a hater. Wow, you need to just worship. You just worship. You need to worship. There is our God. Worship." And it's just so silly, stupid thing. It's like,
It's
I mean, yeah, I mean,
I made one video and I kind of talk about Devon's matches. And
yeah,
I look back at 5 Levan's matches and 5 Devon's matches. And you look back like 3 matches ago, Devon was kings moving everywhere, all those things. And they're like, you're a Devon hater. I'm like, I made a parody video because I think he's great. We talk this, it's so ridiculous. People will, that, oh, you just hate Devon. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, that's the easy way. That's the
yeah,
easy way to do. You just label so
yeah.
that that the lynch starts, and then you are like,
If you
okay,
don't, if you
I'm
don't
not
say
gonna
he
do
will win,
anymore because you are like 1,000 and I'm only one, and then yeah, it's just like I think that it is. I think it's a weakness to do such things, because they cannot really uh, discuss with you with knowledge. They cannot really talk about what you are saying, but they just go like, okay, what to say now? Oh, you are Devon hater. That's the case is closed.
yeah,
That's the easiest way.
yeah. That's it. Things
Yeah,
and done. Um,
yeah.
I'm let's talk about that match a little bit more. I think the most important in that match, in my
But
opinion.
just 1 second before that,
Let's
like,
go.
but I'm telling you, most of Devon fans are not like that.
Oh,
Some
of
people are
course,
like that,
of
and I
course.
think I think this is about their personality, because most of the, like, even you go to Devon's own community page when he did the voting about direct strap or not direct strap, still there was more people.
Yeah,
60% people said no direct strap. So most of the people, like they are not like just like whatever Devon said. Okay, let's say yes or something. So there are people that loves Devon so much, but sometimes disagree with him. But you don't have to hate someone like just because you don't agree with him. You understand? I mean,
yeah,
you don't hate him. That doesn't mean that you hate him. Just because you cannot forget everything you believe, everything you know, just because you are not going to. I mean, because you're gonna be labeled, hater or something. Anyway, so you were talking about the match. Sorry about it.
I think the most important person in that match right now is Bill Collins. I don't know how he sleeps at night right now because it's all gonna be on his shoulder. Like, how do you think? How big role does referee and enforcing the rules to make match fair for both athletes matter, especially
Just
in this?
remember that the referee is the authority there. Referee is the boss there. And referee is the boss, but referee is responsible to uh, apply the rules. It's same like a police officer. Police officer is not the king, but police officer there to apply the law. You understand? So that is the same. The rules are there, whatever they agreed. I'm not gonna go into the law rules because, I mean, whenever Levan agrees about something, he agrees that I like the rules or I don't like. It doesn't matter anymore. You understand? The rules, whatever is there, that's what it is. Levan says that the rules were not discussed and whatever, it's different thing, but I just think that, Bill Collins should just sleep very relaxed right now and just say that I'm going there seriously and I'm going to apply the rules.
Yeah,
I don't care about what Levan says. I don't care about what Devon
Devon
says.
says.
Rule tells me to start putting the strap after 30 seconds. If they cannot get a grip in 30 seconds, put the strap and then make sure that make the shoulders square, bring the arms, where they need to be, straight the wrist, close the hand, ready, go. But if it is going like this, that, this, and that, and if Bill cannot control that, then yes, it will be Bill's fault. If the match gets longer, it will not be Atlas' fault. It will not be Devon's fault. It will be Bill's fault because Bill is there to control the match and start. And the Atlas, he is there to make sure that Atlas will listen to him. If Atlas doesn't listen to him, it's the referee's fault. I'm not saying it will be like this, but if it happens, then he will be the one.
I think everyone just need to do what they're supposed to do. That's it. Referee shouldn't be taken in a moment, shouldn't be, yeah. I have an interesting question. So without taking any personal, without feelings in this one, what would be better for arm wrestling if Devon wins or if Levan wins? Like, if we look at not
I
where
will tell
we're
you
now,
what
but
will be the best thing for arm wrestling is that the one who deserves to win is the best thing for arm wrestling. That is what we are responsible of, to make sure that the one who is better is winning there under the rules that are agreed and applied fairly and perfectly. And then the rest is, if Levan is the better one, then that is better for arm wrestling. If Devon is the better one, it's the better for arm wrestling. So that the rest is up to the athletes, whoever is the better. I'm telling you, if Devon is beating Levan today, in my opinion, he will be one of the greatest top 3 list in my list, and he will be the strongest super match puller, best super match puller in the history. You may tell me why super match, but not the best, like strongest guy, because as I said, it is, you can agree, you can argue about that if 6 rounds determine the strongest or the like 2 matches. Like if Devon wins right from the beginning, or just say the right from second round, in my opinion, Devon will be the best super match puller and then best like strongest performance ever. That nobody could beat him in the history. But it doesn't make him God. People don't understand what's God is. What that there are a lot of factors to be a God. Just because you are the strongest ever that can beat everyone, it doesn't alone make you the God. But for sure, Devon is also like if Levan beats Devon, and of course he will be the strongest. I think, in my opinion, he is right now. Until if Devon can prove otherwise, but um, he doesn't have enough of past to put him in a conversation of the greatest of all times, like it's John, I don't see anyone close, but like I'm talking about top 10, top 5, but people just ask me, and how many more years Levan needs to keep winning so that you can consider him in top 10? Just come on, guys. He just like he lost in, like, for example, 2007 Europeans, and then he won 2008, 18, 17, 18, and then he went to professional. He won in 2019, and since 2019 up to this day, he only had one super match. What's that?
Levan.
What?
You talk about Levan or who?
Yeah.
Levan. 5 super matches.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm saying that in 2017 Europeans he lost, and then he won 2017 and 18 WAF. Okay, and then he went to the professional. In 2019 he won this professional 1 year only, 1 year. Then because of the pandemic, from 2019 till up to today, there is only one super match people. It's Dave Chappie. So what I am just saying, the one is great, and I like him as a person. He's like my brother. But I mean, he needs to prove like
exactly.
At least a decade. At least a decade. Where I'm talking
me
about.
And you, we
nobody
are
less than a decade is like in the conversation of the God. Nobody.
It's see, this is why people call me hater too when I say, like, everyone's like, Levan is the strongest of all time. I'm like, how about he pulls a little bit more and then we'll see.
Yes.
Or everyone saw Devon beating Michael and they said, well, no one has ever been stronger. I'm like, how about we wait and see? It's
Same with the rankings. They are like, why is it here? Why is it there? Just wait a little bit more, my friend. I am every event. I am putting 13 to 16 super matches high level so that we can still have some idea. And some events are in Dubai. Just wait a little bit. Maybe this guy is looking 3rd or 4th or 5th. But just soon, just be a little bit patient, and then we will know what's gonna happen. But everything has to happen. I rank Devon second in the world right now. They are like, oh, you are ranking him second because you are afraid of his fans. They are gonna, attack you. And then I say something that is not in the Devon's favor, and then you are Devon hater. Just like, come on, guys. Just like, do you think that maybe you are extreming?
Everyone equally.
Yeah. Don't you think that you are extreming when I say this way? You labeling me that way, and when I do this way, you labeling me that way. Just please, just like shut up, and just
wait.
I mean, this is my opinion. If you don't like it, just don't listen.
It's funny. Hey, Engin, it's funny. People those people think that they can have opinion, but you cannot have an opinion.
Yes, because funny, they are very knowledgeable.
Give something,
they are very knowledgeable.
Yeah, and they're like, it doesn't matter if you're more knowledgeable, if you're not, but my opinion is better than your opinion. That's the thing that, okay, let's not talk about those.
I need to want to be quiet, and they need to talk. And then, like, I gave my life to this. John Burzing personally asked me to write the book of Armwrestling. He said, when are you going to write?
Exactly.
Understand? I heard the similar things from Devon and other guys, people. I'm not saying I am the most knowledgeable or something, but I think I have some enough of experience and knowledge to, share my opinion, But if I tell them, if they tell me something, I need to say, okay. If I don't say, okay, you are too prideful, Like in other sports, I don't know. I don't think that, people like consider as authority and someone that I don't think that they have so much like one-on-one relationship like we are having on social media.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm happy with it. But once they say you don't know anything, you don't know shit, and then I'm like, okay, I think I trained about like 10 different European and world champion athletes, and I won worlds like 1994 in the last one, 2018, 24 years period. And like, I'm not gonna continue
with those people. Don't bother there. When people talk about,
I don't know shit. Okay, if they
remember
say
what
so,
I said remember what I said to you when I said like someone posts something negative, it doesn't make sense what they posted. I just think they're 10-year-old. They're 10 years old. You know, they just learned how to write.
Yeah.
So their opinion, it really doesn't matter. So let's move on from this one. So everyone who has questions, send them in. I'll ask them for my before this, my last question. I don't know if I have asked you this, but why do you love arm wrestling?
Why do I love arm wrestling? Just one of the things that I don't like. I play football. I loved it, but I realized that my personality is like better to fit on like one-on-one. I like to be responsible of my mistakes, and I like to like I like in a team game. You understand? Team sports. Like you can win because of someone doing everything, or you may lose because of the mistake of someone. But in arm wrestling, I'm generally talking about combat sport. I'm only responsible of what I do. I think it fits better to my personality. And other than that, I don't know. I just started to do it more. I did it more. I discovered that it's just like probably one of the most beautiful sports in the world that people doesn't realize. They think that we just do like this. They don't realize how many muscle groups are involved and how many muscle groups are coordinated. Like how can that be like the most explosive sport in the world, and just suddenly, if the powers are close to each other, it goes just a war of endurance. And like, I mean, it's a beautiful sport. It's just like, I mean, anyone who understands, but it is, I love it. And I also gave all my life. So um, sometimes I'm tired of it. Sometimes I'm sick of it. I think that this is mostly because of my injuries that, I want to do something. I want to train. Like I want, like, but I can't. It stops me. I cannot even change the weights on my own dumbbell that, sometimes I cannot even put the weights on the bench. Today I trained my shoulder. My 13 years old son came and helped me to weights because of my neck hurts, my lower back hurts, just like, and then sometimes you love so much, and then, but you cannot have it. That the love just turns to the, like, not the hate, but the anger. Yeah, sometimes. And then sometimes people make me angry, yeah, that's what it is. But that is why Neil Pickup called me Angry Turk. That's how I am. I like first time I remember myself in my life, I was a little kid. I was hiding on a table because I was so little, and then I was crying like crazy, but not because I was hurt, but because of the anger. That's the first thing I remember with myself. That. And then my mom was trying to calm me, and then I remember my father was playing football, and then he was winning. Because in a joking way, I was just getting so angry. He was like Engin, like, what is wrong with you? Like, how are you gonna be in the future? You just can't accept losing.
Uh, yeah.
that just happened.
That's yeah. Oh yeah, like you said, you have that personality which drives you. And arm wrestling is I love the sport because it's so complex. It like more you do it, more you kind of it gets like I always say, like it starts like very simple. You think it's very simple. You just do this and you win. And it like a tree, with different branches, it goes out. And you're like,
Yeah,
okay, so this technique, and the training and competitions and all that. It's awesome. This is,
yeah.
yeah,
I will tell you one thing that it was so good when I didn't know much about arm wrestling. You think that you know a lot, and the more you learn, more you realize that like you confused because now you have so much information, like
yeah,
how to put them together. Just because you have too many, it doesn't mean that you need to use all of them. Now you need to pick which one is the better because you can't do all of them. So that more you learn, more you are confused. That is why what I understand about the arm wrestling.
yes. I agree 100%. I think it's like I say, arm wrestling, it's beyond magic, it's beyond science. Sometimes something will work, the other time it doesn't work at all, and something weird works, something
We don't know
smart.
everything. We don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah, and we are not smart and knowledgeable to bring out to like a perfect, totally perfect thing that cannot be. that I think that is why I came to conclusion that there are like our body is created in a way that you can use in different ways. So
Yeah.
that is why we have the techniques. So
Exactly.
and that is possible to reach to the top in different ways, different methods. And some people reach to the top because they are extraordinary human beings. I'm not gonna name. And some people reach to the top because they really their method is really working.
Yeah.
And that way, that is not only because they are champion and where they are from, there are many champions are produced there. I can give a few examples like Bulgarians, like the Kazakhs and the
Yeah.
like Ossetians, there are yeah, you can say that,
Yeah.
and that is why I'm also proud to just train more than 10 world and European senior champions during my career, because it means that, I'm not only helping myself, that my method is also working with different people, because I live in a very small city here. If I was in like a much bigger city, and then it would be much better for me that I would have some more people. But right now, last 1 year, I'm not training anyone except Yusuf.
I think you're already doing too much stuff, and I think it's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
We have one super chat that's in 3 parts from Proving Astrology. Engin, I buy into Devon's statements that most people don't like fair grip with him. In my opinion, John was only going to be happy with little more than a fair grip in his match with Devon. Not because he was actively trying to get more, but because people aren't objective about what's fair. Do you think that there's something to that? Did Prudnik arm wrestling
Okay,
want a
can I
little?
answer by one?
It's so
Yeah, because we don't have Prudnik, because the first part, I mean, we are talking about
I
two
think
human
it's
beings.
the same part. It's the same part. So did
Okay.
did Prudnik want a little bit more than fair grip against Matt? I don't hear anyone questioning the legitimacy of his victories like they do to Devon's. Is there a difference? So we talk about Matt Mask and
Yeah,
Prudnik.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I think that I can say that, we both know that, like, we all know that both John and Devon are like elite level thinkers, and with so much knowledge and this. So it is not possible, them to give each other, you understand what, but I will say something. I will ask you and then you answer me, but with your all honesty. Promise? Whenever you just look at John from here to the past, and whenever you look at the Devon from now to the past, who is this matches you see being more problematic?
More problem, more, oh,
Yeah,
more
to
fighting. Oh,
start the
yeah, yeah,
match, start the
Devon.
match.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
okay, then
Devon.
then
I'm
the
a
case
hater.
is no. So that is just giving us. So
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you are
yeah.
saying, that John was the problematic again, Devon, and the other guy was also problematic. Other guy was problematic. So I mean, we people who knows arm wrestling understand something about this, but I don't blame Devon. So it is referee's job. When the athletes cannot get what they wanted, then it is time for referee. Then athletes should stay still, bring it, don't move, ready, go. So that is the solution. That when they cannot have their agreement about the grip and start. That's why the referee is there with the call setup or referee's grip or whatever, set grip or referee's grip, whatever. So that is the time that the referee needs to get involved and just say, hey, listen, you had your time and you wasted your time. You both couldn't get the grip. Now I'm the boss here. You're gonna listen exactly what I tell you to do. And that point, then just bring them to the center. We know the rules. Wrist straight, shoulder knuckles, shoulders are square. That's it. It's not. We are not sending a rocket to the space or something. It's just that simple. And then about the Prudnik, I don't know if Prudnik, you like. I will say something. I love Matt. I think he's like very, very honest guy. And in my opinion, there was no way that he could do anything to Rudnick that day. And then whenever he wins the last round, and Matt said that, what did Matt said? Matt said, see, you didn't have to do all those to win, right? He said, this is what exactly he said. So you could win that way too, right? This is what Matt was complaining. But because Matt cursed way too much, it doesn't bother me personally, but maybe for the viewers, some people said that they watched with their children and something, they didn't enjoy so much. Matt said that he's gonna limit it. You understand? He's gonna minimize it. This is what he promised. Yeah,
Engin, that was like, for me, that wasn't fun match. It looked like,
yeah. I mean,
it was.
yes, you are as an adult,
so
yes.
Fun.
As an adult, yes. But if you had like two little daughters to watch with it, and
I
then
know,
you want them to love arm wrestling, then it was
I
kind
would
of too
say,
much.
sit down. You're gonna learn today.
Yeah. Anyway, so and then we can talk about why Prudnik did. I think you and I today we talk on the phone.
Yeah.
And Prudnik was like wasn't in the shape that he wished to be. He was in good shape, but after he lost against Tobias, his confidence was shaking. His confidence was shaking, and he was so afraid that I lost to Tobias. What if I lose to Matt as well? He was so panicked. And I saw right after the match, he came with his flag, the Ukrainian flag, to the interview. So I can say that he already made his plans that he's gonna win and he's gonna put his flag, and then he's just, you know what I mean, because his country is invaded. I didn't know about the flag or anything. Normally, I wouldn't want in professional event those kind of things to involve, but just because I know how he feels, so I didn't say anything. But I think that he was so afraid to lose, and that is probably he did everything he could. But was it first round that he did that wrist like this, or was it the second round? I think second round.
I forgot which round. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from one side, I'm saying that if he was not that confident, then why did he do that? Or maybe it was after he felt that he could win for sure, then he did that. I think that is, yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly. That's my opinion. But I don't know. You told me that what was he doing? He was just in the referee's grip. He was just rising up like this. He was.
Yeah, he was like hard. They closed the fingers and he was joining, cupping up.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Like really hard. So this is.
I didn't really watch that match. I didn't really watch. As I said, I love Matt, and I cannot wait him to come back in November. I consider him as a friend, and my door is open to him. But because of that match was like 90% about cursing, 10% about arm wrestling. So I didn't really watch again.
Hey, we need to,
because Matt was so angry.
We need like a warning when Matt will have a match. You like take all the kids out of the room, then you can learn some new curse words. But it was for him, it's not like a square. It's like a in between holder. And I love how he turns to rep. He's like, thank you very much. Fuck. He's like, it was even with Artem's match. He was like, he gets flashed on the first one. He turns to rep. He's like, what the fuck?
That's Matt. That's Matt. I mean, yeah. Either you don't invite him or you don't complain. But at least we can agree to minimize it. Minimize it. Yeah.
How about next time we just do a warning? We just do a warning for people. We'll just like, hey, Matt Mask is coming.
Just turn the sound off.
Or turn it all the way up.
or we can just turn it over and we can say it was a technical error, for one match. Yeah.
Oh, Engin, talking with you. I have a list of questions I want to ask you, but we talked about so much. We will do.
I mean, whatever. You want to finish, we finish. You want to ask? You ask.
It's going to take at least another hour, and I don't have another hour. I'm sorry.
Okay, I mean, for me, not a problem.
But we will do it in few weeks, I think. I would get, after Levan and Devon match, and then closer to East versus West, I would love to have you back. And I always want to learn more. Like you're one of the greats in the sport. Everything you do is awesome, and I appreciate everything you do. I want to thank.
Not everything, but just like I'm trying my best. At least you can say that I have good intention to serve arm wrestling. That is all I can be proud. There are
Yes.
mistakes. There are mistakes, but I am willing to correct them. I am like, for example, about the satellites, like car, just they call like what OB van or something they call whatever. And then I made the agreement already, and I'm like it's just not gonna use any kind of here like.
Local Wi-Fi or
Service,
something.
internet service, but we are just gonna just directly send the signals to, I think it's from England. I think they are doing the delivery, to the whole world. Yeah.
I think what
And
the arm wrestling world needed was someone like you, someone whose intention is not to make money. Because that was the thing that always was missing. There was someone
yeah.
who always behind the scenes kind of wanted to make money, and then they
Mhm.
did things to make money and to save money.
Yeah.
You pull up like 13 super matches. How many for the next card it is?
16.
Of
16.
course.
But
Of course.
listen. If sports wouldn't get angry with me, I was gonna go up to 20. I'm
Of
hardly
course.
holding myself. But I made a big mistake. Like first, like the February event costed like $75,000. This upcoming event is $110,000 it reached when I calculated, So it is gonna be very, very hard to cover. And I am going to like try to save money too, because I am sick of borrowing money before every event to make sure that the event is happening,
Yeah.
because the money doesn't come right away when you organize the event. It comes
So
about
how
one
people
month
can
later. So I'm kind of like having big stress. But next event in November, I'm gonna go very elite, but for sure less than 10 matches for sure. Because it is just really like, I will tell you something. The plane tickets will be a little bit more than $25,000. Yeah, from Australia, from Brazil, from all over United States,
yeah.
Kazakhstan, just like really, 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 especially summertime, it is just gonna cost really, like I'm kind of in travel, and I'm trying to just find sponsor or sell t-shirts or something, and then people are just like, oh, you're begging for money. And like, I'm not begging for anything. I'm just trying to make sure that the event is covered. So whenever you heard something like this, it's just like I'm like, what am I even doing this? Why am I even doing this? I'm like, and then I look at the other people, and then a lot of people appreciate, and then I say, okay, these people exist, and these people are much more than the other people. So I continue.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
yep, yep.
if I get to Turkey and you're driving in Bentley, I know you changed, but I know you will never change. Tell people how they can support East versus West right now. What are the best ways? And I will post all the links in description after we finish.
Yeah, there is we Chance Shaw tells me about the GoFundMe, because we don't have GoFundMe. We cannot do GoFundMe over here. And he's doing GoFundMe, and there you can donate money for a t-shirt with all the athletes signature. From the last one, we had like 160 of them to deliver. We delivered like only like 40 left or something. We go by alphabetic list. People already started receiving and sending me pictures, and so there you can donate money, and then I send you the t-shirts with the athlete signature event t-shirt, and also give you a pay-per-view to watch the event. And or you can just donate $30. I give you pay-per-view. It's not because you buy the pay-per-view for $30, but you get pay-per-view, but you also help to support the event by donation. um Other than that, they can do I do sponsorship. They can if they want to have the logo on the athletes t-shirt. Now we have, like, I'm gonna get up to 4 logos on athletes t-shirts. So we already found 3 of them. We will have one more, and then on the table also we will put the logo. Also on the backdrop, also we will let them have a clip, like advertisement clip during the live broadcasting. So that is how it is. Also, we do the VIP sponsorship with $1,000. We provide 3 nights in the same hotel that athletes competing in the staying in the event will be. 3 nights is a 5-star hotel. They can accommodate here, and then it is also covered breakfast. Also, they will join us when we go to the dinner with the top athletes. We will be all together. Also, they will have a VIP seat at the front row, which is closest to the competition table. Also, they will have access to that famous t-shirt signing room, and then with athletes. Also, I will give them one t-shirt signature signed t-shirt. Also, they will be together with where the official professional photography for the athletes. They will have the pictures or official photographing, together with the athletes. Also, they can come with a friend or wife, together with no extra cost. The only thing is that we're gonna give only one t-shirt, not 2 t-shirts, but they can come there with their wife or friends. We are not going to ask for anything other than the $1,000. We will also provide hotel room for both of them, like a double room, 2-bedroom, and they can come together to the dinners. They can sit the front row with their friends. So that is like how they can support the event. It is almost like we found enough, but like we are at like almost finishing. One more main sponsor, and then maybe a few more for the VIP. Normally it was gonna be 10 total, but if somebody wants to do it, like come, then I can make it 12 people. It's not a big problem. So this is basically how it is. Thank you for me to. I mean, thank you for letting me to share all this, Raymond. Thank you.
Well, never say thank you to me. We already talked about this. Also, you have t-shirts, merchandise that we can find.
Yeah, we have a store there. Yeah, we have a store that without the signatures, there are. I think you gave me that idea, and now we put in the logo, and then without the signature, there are like cups, or there are some t-shirts they can buy. If they go to my community page on YouTube, there they can see the links to reach. Yep, that's what it is.
I will post all the links as well as email if you're interested in sponsorships. If you want to.
By the way, are you gonna be drying?
Oh, we're gonna. Yes.
You really believe it? You really believe that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because people see the underdog, including me.
Oh,
if it
I
was
see
Levan,
myself as an underdog. I see myself as an underdog. I've been traveling
but really,
for 5 months.
you have changed a lot last few years. You are not the same Raymond.
Exactly. Last 5 months, I'm not the same guy I was in January. So right now I have good. So before I go to Dubai, I have trained every day since I got back from East versus West. When I get back from Dubai, I will train every day up until I go to Turkey.
The event.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and right
That's
now
great.
my shape is already getting better and better. When you start getting in routine, you feel better. And I feel extremely good and confident about that match. I look at myself as an underdog because, that's how you stay motivated. That's how I stay motivated.
That's normal that, someone like Ryan, who is at the level of Levan, and then you
Hey.
it's normal.
If I beat Ryan, you have to give me a shot for that super heavyweight title. You know that,
Yeah. I'm just teasing Ryan. Ryan never claims such thing, but people all the time write, Levan versus Ryan and this versus, I don't know why they mess with him. I have no idea why they do it.
Engin, I don't know if you know, but there are a thing called Ryan Bowen Delusional Series.
Yeah.
6-part videos. You have to watch them, and then you will have no questions why people write such things.
Oh, okay. I watched it. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
I have a question for you because you're a respectful guy and everything else. If I get on stage and the crowd starts chanting F Bowen, is it okay? Because I feel like they're gonna do it.
They're gonna what?
F Bowen.
Like they're gonna say like fuck Bowen?
Yes. Yeah.
Who would say that? I don't think that they would do that.
Can we get to the chat like a Bowen? I have almost no doubt that that's coming. As soon as we get on table, the crowd's going to be F Bowen, F Bowen.
Allah, how many people do you think that they will be there? The Turks wouldn't do that. And then from outside of the country, like I'm expecting what, 50 people come or more?
I think
don't know.
more. I think more. We will promote
Because
the hell
till,
out of it.
till this time, I never told like openly that they can come and this and that. But this time, I'm just saying that they can come. The entry fee will be $50, and the venue will be open for the spectators. And if they wanted to fly, they can fly to Sabiha Gökçen, not the Istanbul airport, but the Sabiha Gökçen is closer.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes. The other one is
Hour.
minimum 1 hour from the hotel. Yeah, they are gonna say that. I don't think that.
Hey,
I
the
think
full chat right now is just hashtag F Bowen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's not.
You
I
just
did.
organize this. You just
I did.
organized it, or they organize themselves?
No, it's we had arm wars. We had
Yeah.
arm wars, and Jordan Davis was pulling Stoika Bogdan, and
Yeah.
Stoika was killing him. I think it was the round number 3, and I shout from. I'm sitting in audience, and I shout, "Do it for the Bowen!" And he turns to the camera and he says, "Fuck Bowen." And everyone in the room starts chanting, "Fuck Bowen." And then
Are you serious?
yes, if you go under all Arm Wars videos, Neil has put hashtag F Bowen everywhere. It's like it's not, we're not trying to be mean. It's just, it was funny moment that just kind of happened. That now everywhere I go,
Okay. So if they do this as an organizer, I shouldn't
no, you should
involve. I shouldn't involve. I should just wouldn't
you
take
should
it as
just chant along. You just should join everyone as an organizer.
No.
Yes. I imagine you turn to the crowd and you're like,
No.
kidding. Oh, I can't wait, my friend.
What's his reaction? What's his reaction about these things?
Oh, he was like, oh, but now it's, what it's out there. It's out there.
Oh, but he knows that something like this can happen.
I think he kind of expects it to happen. I expect it to happen because like every time we're gonna do a chat or something, or he does, or I sometimes go in his comment section, there's hashtag F Bowen everywhere.
Oh, because if this would happen there, without me knowing all this, I would probably just I would just say shut up to everyone, and I would make sure that they wouldn't say such thing. But right now I'm thinking that okay, it has a story behind, so I better not get involved.
There's a big story behind it. Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, Engin, I want to thank you one more time. We'll speak.
I thank you very much. I just was not political at all. I'm sicko, just like thinking what people says or something. I just said whatever I believe openly.
Exactly. That's
I don't know if people likes it, people doesn't like it. It's just, whatever, And thanks to everyone who followed us, except the ones who probably disrespected in their comments, Yeah.
The haters are the biggest fans. They just don't know it yet. We want to thank everyone for joining in. Armwrestling Talk number, this was 19. And I'll speak with Engin, I think, after the event and closer. Oh my God, just stop it. Yeah, stop. Okay, guys. Bye, Engin.